Good morning. This is a special coverage of the coronavirus crisis using the combined forces of News 5 and Signal TV's One News, Radio 5, and One PH. Over 2 million workers have been displaced as a result of the extended lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Labor Department says at least 1.4 million workers lost their jobs due to temporary closures. Some 600,000 employees, meanwhile, saw reduced income due to less working days and forced leaves. The number of displaced workers was highest in the National Capital Region, followed by Central Luzon and the Davao Region. DOLE says most of these establishments have sought assistance for their workers. Over 230,000 overseas workers, meanwhile, are also seeking cash aid from the government. Currently, DOLE has only allotted 150,000 slots for beneficiaries of its cash assistance program for migrant workers. The department is looking to request an additional or a supplemental budget to address the increased overseas workers' demand for assistance. Vice President Leni Robredo says the current COVID-19 crisis should serve as an eye-opener for the government to give more support to local scientists. In her weekly radio show, Robredo urges the government to prioritize policies and increase the budget for science and technology innovation. The Vice President says the country has great scientists, but their needs for better equipment are not being prioritized. President Duterte previously increased the incentive to 50 million pesos for Filipino scientists who could develop a vaccine against COVID-19. The city government of Gapan in Nueva Ecija is all set for the distribution of 100 million pesos worth of food and cash aid to all residents and non-residents in the city. The LGU will be handing out 50 kilos of rice and 1,000 pesos to every household this week. Earlier this month, local officials have also distributed cash aid to affected tricycle, jeepney, and bus drivers as well as dispatchers. Currently, Nueva Ecija has had 50 confirmed cases of the coronavirus disease, according to the DOH COVID-19 tracker. The UK's Prime Minister Boris Johnson is expected to go back to work today after recovering from COVID-19. It took the 55-year-old state leader 2 weeks to recover from the disease, in which he spent 3 nights in the intensive care unit. Johnson is expected to announce plans on easing the country's lockdown schedule within the week. The UK now has around 150,000 confirmed cases of the coronavirus disease, with deaths now at 20,000. And it looks like dogs are not just man's best friend. They can also be frontliners in the COVID-19 crisis. A dog named Chichi was named as Manila's first animal frontliner. According to its owner, Jake Ryan Ramos, Chichi has been eagerly helping authorities in Barangay 379 in patrolling the area against quarantine violators. For his hard work, barangay officials issued Chichi a Barangay Dog Frontliners ID. And that's the latest on the enhanced and expanded community quarantine. For more updates, follow News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. I'm Ed Ningao. We are One News.